The Living Planet Gallery was created in 2009, and it's really a showcase for the museum's collection of taxidermy and animals. It really presents a global view of biodiversity. At one end of the gallery, you'll see reindeer and polar bears. And as you move along the wall, maybe more familiar things like deer and birds that you might see right here in Newcastle. We really wanted to feature an extinct animal that would act as a counterpoint. We had a life-size model of a dodo. The dodo, up until about 300 years ago, lived on an island in the Indian Ocean called Mauritius. The island was deforested, the land was then farmed. That massively reduced the habitat that was available for the dodo. The consequence of that is that the dodo completely died out, it couldn't survive. The dodo went extinct very quickly after people arrived on the island. It was so obscure, a flightless bird that lived on a remote island, and it was only discovered by Dutch sailors in the 18th century. Why would anybody know about that? Apart from the fact that the dodo was included in a really famous bit of children's literature, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. It was written by an author called Lewis Dodgson, based at Oxford University, and in the museum in Oxford, and you can still go and see it today, was a dodo. He included the dodo as a character in his book. Because it became so popular, so many people were suddenly exposed to this strange creature that they'd never heard of. Overnight, almost, the dodo became part of popular culture. Everybody had heard of it. It sort of stayed in the public consciousness ever since. The way that we understand the dodo has changed since that 19th century idea. It was big and silly. Today we understand that that was wrong. It was actually very well adapted to its environment. It was a victim of all of these forces that were unleashed when they didn't think about what their impact would be. It's actually a really good way of thinking about what our role should be in the future and how we should behave towards our own environment. We don't want to end up like the dodo, and we don't want all of the animals that we can see around us, we don't want them to end up like the dodo either.